What's up? It's Brandon again. Hope you guys are killing it and chilling it and making some good money online. I just want to talk about some numbers today, specifically how I made $10,000 last month or over $10,000 last month by sending out emails for my online store. But before we get into it, hit that subscribe button down below, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this video. Don't forget a thumbs up and a bell notification. A lot of my business actually comes from sending out emails to my previous and new customers, and I either send out a coupon or we send out a promotional or new drops, and we do a flow. We do all these different things with the emails. We actually send out a lot of emails, but I want to actually talk some numbers and show you how one of my stores that I run made $11,761 last month. All right, I'm just going to read this real fast to you guys, just some numbers so I get the numbers straight. Through our flows, we made $3,243, and then through our campaigns that we sent out enough to generate $8,517. We actually had an ROI of like 2,252%, which is actually a crazy ROI in terms of advertising or any sort of investing, honestly. But I just want to talk in specific of how we actually made that. And side note is that I know that $11,000 really isn't that much money when it comes to email campaigns, but for somebody who is doing it on their own and somebody who had no experience prior of email marketing, I think this is a phenomenal number to reach, especially just by gathering your email list through your online store and your abandoned checkouts. All right, so to achieve these numbers, we actually had to have a very strategic plan. We didn't have to have too much. I didn't have to have too much knowledge, but just a very, very, very laid out plan of what I was going to do. I said that every single day of the month, I was going to send out a campaign. I just marked it on a calendar, literally printed off a calendar and just marked this day, this day, this day, this day, this day. We're going to send out a campaign, and we're going to send out this sale or this new drop. And I had it all laid out for actually my campaigns. I use the same vibe template every month is what I call it. And it's just basically the way that the email is going to be, like the visuals on the email. It always is going to have the same sale. So it would be like the summer sale, the Black Friday sale, the Halloween sale, the New Year sale, whatever that month is. I try to adapt my campaigns to that, just to give people that sense of urgency, because if you tell somebody that this is a Valentine's sale, they're going to make their purchases before Valentine's, even though you might be running the sale all month, or even though 2 months prior you ran the same sale for like the snowman sale or whatever it is going to be, something cheesy like that. But as long as you keep your whole vibe the same through your emails and your campaigns and your social media, I think that you can actually have a very successful email marketing campaign for the month. All right, actually to reach this number, we sent out about 760,000 emails. That's 760,000 emails. And this is to people, not new people, but this is to people might have received the same email. When I set up my lists and my segments on Klaviyo, I always make sure that I have my unfulfilled. And that is people who purchased and they have an unfulfilled order. Because basically I don't want to be sending a campaign. If I send a campaign out on a Monday, I don't want somebody that purchased off that Monday to receive an email on Wednesday when their order hasn't been fulfilled yet or their order is still in transit. Because if it's a better sale, they're going to get pissed and they're going to want to go back and apply the new coupon. Or if they haven't had it fulfilled, then obviously they're going to be like, where's my order at? Like, okay, it's been 2 days. Your order's probably going to get shipped out by the end of the week. You're fine. We actually delivered a lot of emails last month in comparison to how much we actually got back in revenue. And what you have to think is, as you're building your brand and you're building your store, a lot of people are not going to just purchase off of one email. So they're going to have to hear you a couple times. They're going to have to get it in their mind of who you are, what your brand is about, and they actually have to see the name and the logo a couple of good times before they'll actually trust your brand. You're going to catch some people who actually don't care, but a bulk of all people are going to want to have some sort of trust and have seen your brand before they will actually give you their money. All right, so I have an email list of about 60,000 people, and you're probably asking yourself, like, how did I build this list, and where did all these people come from? The first thing I'm going to say is never, ever buy subscribers. All right, so I have an email list of about 60,000 people, and you're probably thinking, like, how did I come up with this, or where did I find these people at? And the first thing is never ever buy email lists, never buy people to add email lists. There's a lot of people out there that are going to sell you like email addresses and all this stuff. You will just become absolutely spammy if you do that. So organically grow your list by following these directions, okay? Put a pop-up on your website, as I've talked about before, and say, hey, join our club, or here, do you want a discount? Don't go. Some sort of way for you to capture their email address in their name, or maybe their phone number for text marketing. But always make sure that it is popped up and as an overlay over your website. There are a couple good free apps on the App Store for Shopify that you can actually purchase, and you just drag and drop the way you want it to look, and it'll automatically upload it to your email server of whoever you use. So in my case, it would upload to Klaviyo from my front page, and I am building my list that way and always having those engaged people. Because if they signed up their email address, then chances are they're probably going to look through the email and they're going to be looking for an email from you. And always make sure that you send out your first email within a couple hours once they subscribe, with like a coupon or a thank you or some sort of thing to know, so that they know that they actually did subscribe to your website. And it's also going to make them open your email, because you want them to open your email first. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Also, I make sure that all of my email addresses that people use to place their order is added to this list, and all of the email addresses that people put in abandoned checkouts are added to this list. And I just have it under one list. I put store name, and then I have like 60,000 people in the list. And then from there, I can go into Klaviyo and I can make segments, and I can segment it out by people who have purchased 2 or more times, people who have never purchased, people who have never opened an email, people who have an unfulfilled order. All of this, I can actually say who I want to segment out of this list. So as people are continually being added to this list, they're also being organized into the segments as well. All right, I'm going to show you that on Klaviyo right now. Let's hop in here to the flows. This is the welcome series. So the first welcome series that I have is once somebody signs up on the front page of the website, they're going to get an email that's welcome to the club, and it's going to show them what their actual coupon is that they signed up for. And then 3 days later, I'm going to send them an email that says, hey, you better follow us. So it shows them our social media tags and all of our new products that they haven't seen yet. And then also I wait 4 days, and then they get, hey, we have something to show you, which is all of the top selling products that we have had on the website in the last 30 days. And then they're exited out of that after 1 week. But our goal is, through this flow, is to actually get them to purchase something or get them to convert on the website before they leave to the next flow. And then the next one I want to talk about is, I use a customer abandoned cart, we use the abandoned cart flow a lot. So this one is pretty self-explanatory as well. We do, when someone starts a checkout, is when this flow is triggered, but not completed the checkout. So we wait 4 hours to send them an actual email after they have abandoned their checkout and left their email address in there and all of their information. This is the easiest one to regain a customer, because they were this close last time. They probably just needed a little push, or they had a question on the product before they actually made their purchase. So the first email we're going to send them is, it looks like you left something behind. And then we're going to wait 20 hours after that if they haven't purchased anything. And then we're going to say, hey, it's really not too late. Here's an offer, a coupon to actually make you convert, is basically what we're telling them. But we'll give them we'll kind of sweeten the deal, per se, to let them know that we really want them to finish the checkout. And then the next one that we do, we have a browse abandonment. So this is basically where we have gathered their email address somehow, but they have just been on the website browsing, not actually purchased anything, just looking at products to buy. And So basically what we're going to do is we're going to send in just an email that says, hey, you missed this, or hey, we noticed you were looking at this for a certain amount of time. Here's an email coupon for you to make that purchase. And then we have our next one we have is the customer thank you. And this is after somebody has actually purchased and they have gone through their flow. And they have actually purchased and they have converted on the website. So we're going to wait one day. And then we're going to tell them, hey, like this is a personal note from us. Like, thank you so much for actually making a purchase with us. Here's a coupon for next time. Or here's a way to track your order. Or if you have any questions, here's an email. Or hey, reply to this email. Some sort of way to make them have some sort of trust in your brand, to not unsubscribe, and to help them stick around and become a regular customer. And then we have a customer win back. And this is basically when someone places an order, but they don't come back to make a second purchase within 75 days. So we're going to wait 75 days, and then we're going to say, hey, it's been a while. This is what we have new. And then we're going to show them the new products that have come out since the last time that they made their purchase. And then if they don't do that, we're going to send them 15 days later, so a total of 90 days have gone by, 3 months. We're going to send them another email reminding them to come back, or hey, we're still here. And 90 days is about, if your customer has not made a purchase, 2 purchases within 90 days, then probably chances are they're not going to be a returning customer. But that's why I cut it off at 90 days, and that's just like a general rule of thumb. But I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you wanted to keep extending it, but they might not remember your brand, or they might not be happy, and then they might unsubscribe. So it might just be best just to have them or they might not even remember that they were going to make that purchase of that exact product, or you might not have that product anymore. So it's best just to have 90 days, 3 months, and then get them out of the flows. But you'll have them on your list to keep sending them campaigns to, and that way you can reignite them, and they kind of in our minds become like a new customer, even though they have purchased before, but they become a new customer because then we want to try to recapture them within that 90 days. So that's basically how I think about it when I set up my flows on Klaviyo. It's super simple. All you have to do is you create your flow, and then you're gonna basically it's gonna show you all of the things from Shopify that you can purchase. All the Shopify that you can use that data from Shopify. Your browse abandonment right there, customer win back, and you can go in here and you can basically create a custom flow off of anything that you can think of, any sort of profile from the customer, any sort of profile from your products that you can ever imagine, and you can make it into an email campaign and an email flow that is actually going to be a high converting campaign. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, the thumbs up if you liked the video, and the bell notification so you can be notified the next time that I upload a video. Later.